If your pet had a pet peeve, what would it be? The mailman still showing up every day, after clearly telling him that he is not welcome here. Seeing any of the bottom of the food bowl. My dog hates that raspberry sound people make with their lips. He will charge across the room, jump in my lap, pretend he's going to bite me, then lick my face, then glare at me. If I do it again, he will leave the room. Somehow he leaves the impression he has gone to call someone and complain. My dog lies down with his legs pointing backwards, making his rear look like a cooked chicken, so I grab his legs and yell, "Chicken legs." Let me tell you, he does not like that. My friend's cockatiel gets mad when you don't let him play with your feet. Cockatiels have a weird foot fetish. No, seriously, Google it. People who show up unannounced. My dog has a sensitive butthole and refuses to poop on a lawn unless it is cut to the correct length and has a proper grass consistency. She does. It's when I touch her toes. She does, actually. My cat does not like when I play air drums. When I do, she comes over and sits on my feet, or gently places her paw on my hand. Please stop, human. I'm trying to sleep. The wife and I moving our legs in bed. He growls and adjusts like a crabby old man. It's hilarious. Like it's his bed. Her human turning the light on in the room she is sleeping in. Removed. Not getting enough attention and then getting attention. Yes, it's a cat. Getting picked up. My dog Snoopy absolutely hated getting picked up, so much so that he gave up on getting up on the bed when he was too old to climb up on his own. The one time he let me pick him up in his old age was one of the last nights we had together. He had a giant tumor that needed surgery, and the night before that he let me pick him up and put him on the bed with me. I spent that whole night watching him sleep, and even took this video of him dreaming. https://youtube.b/nscmsptip8eu. He was my best friend for almost years, and I think he just wanted to give me one last night together before he was gone. I also took this picture. http://i.imgur.com/gm9myo.jpg of the two of us, which I cherish very much. My doggo hates Crocs, will try and take them and bury them, essentially doing a public service. When I pluck the fur clumps, it's so satisfying though. My cat 100% has a pet peeve. It's when I call her the baby, like him talking to a baby. Tippy, hose the baby, then she angrily flicks her tail and runs off. He hates snapping noises. If I snap a few times in a row, he'll snort and stomp his foot at me. He's a rabbit, by the way. Anybody being in the pool. He fell in when he was a puppy, and since then he has barked and growled at people who get into the pool. If you go underwater, he jumps in and tries to help you, but ends up scratching you with his claws. He is a pure breed German Shepherd, and a big one at that. Edit. My other German Shepherd /Husky mix does not like the water and won't get in any further than his front paws unless you basically bribe him with a ball, and even then he may not. Edit 2. I had no idea that other people had the same quirks with their doggos. Edit 3. Wow, this comment blew up. My new most upvoted comment is now about my dog being a lovable floofy back scratcher XD. Mr. Kitty loves his jeweled collar, with its forks jewels of different colors gleaming in the light. He wears it proudly. However, he refuses to wear any other type of color. It's got to have multicolored jewels, or he growls, in protest to anything else. My cat hates when I don't cuddle with him on his command, like he would chase me to the bed and start aggressively meowing and rubbing his head on my body, then proceed to plop his sixth body onto my chest and demand more affection. I get yelled at all the time for not petting him enough. Closed doors. How dare you not be in bed by 8:30 p.m. For my cat, Mother does not feed me whenever I demand it. Instead, she only feeds me twice a day. For my dog, there are people outside my house, on my street, in my neighborhood, and Mom won't let me chase them. A moving lap. Any sign of movement not contributing to stroking is a sign of an imminent catastrophe, prompting immediate execution of emergency procedures. Emergency procedures involve evacuating to the arm of the sofa until the lap has stabilized. After assessment, it may be recolonized. When I eat and don't share my human food with him. Being told he is fat. Not sure why, but he flips his sheet when the word Loski, fat in Finnish, is said to him. He is a 3-year-old German Shepherd. People existing outside our home. How dare they? Cat minus being picked up or getting her belly touched. Also, me singing at her. On the plus side though, whenever I want to play with her, all I have to do is lay on my belly and hum the Jurassic Park theme song. Crouch into hunting position, and slowly creep her way to me until she pounces, and bats my face, with her claws in so I know she's playing, and I laugh and we then break out bouncy balls and play a game of soccer. Alarms. One of my cats knows how to turn off my alarm on my phone. As soon as it starts, he climbs up to where it is and starts pawing at it. The vacuum cleaner. My cat leaves the room immediately when that thing goes on. My dog has a ton of pet peeves. She can't stand the guitar, dislikes being hugged and touched in general, and dislikes being in water. Even with all her dislikes, she's adorable, puts up with hugging even though she walks away as soon as possible, and looks so sad during bath time but stays still and lets it happen. She's a good girl. Me. My dog hates other dogs. Being around them is bad enough, but what's even worse is when she sees the family paying attention to other ones instead of her. She'll sit in the corner of the room away from everyone and give you the side eye, something fierce. Won't even think about acknowledging you until the other dogs are at least 10 feet away. I love her. She's my princess, but she can be pretty bitchy sometimes. My dog actually has one. Anyone hugging, kissing, or otherwise touching my mom, who is his favorite human, he goes apeshit over that. All pounds of him. He was having fewer than 3 points of contact with whatever surface he was standing on. Also, getting water in his eyes. Just to clarify, he was a bearded dragon. I read this as if your pet peeve had a pet peeve. What would it be? I was really confused when people started talking about cats. For the dog minus when someone pets the cat rather than giving her attention. She stands up and looks at you indignantly, which as a dog's pet cat petting peeve, I guess makes it a pet peeve. Leaving food in the bowl. I don't mean my cat will eat all his food, but he will slap his bowl over until it spills. When he wants to finish his food, he carefully picks the pieces up with his mouth and sets them back into the bowl to eat. Oh, and he hates ducks. Meals not frequent enough. Should be spaced no more than 15 minutes apart. When this does not happen, he naps irritably in protest. He keeps pushing me away from his computer when I'm trying to rub up against it. Being sneaked up on. He is deaf. Cat. The dog existing. Dog. Me leaving her line of sight. My dog has a big pet peeve. Anytime we go through the back door and don't let him follow, he get mad that he has to use the dog door. If you breathe on his nose, he will snap at you. Sweetest dog ever. Other than that, subscribe, like and comment if you hate outros. Begging you to subscribe, like and comment.